Next, let's talk about plot. Plot is the significant actions that occur in a story. All stories revolve around a central conflict. Without a conflict, there is no story. Conflict is the problem in a story. There can be many conflicts, but the central conflict must revolve around the main character. There are three kinds of conflict: person versus person, person versus environment, or person versus himself or herself. As we see in the picture, these two men are arguing about politics. The main conflict is person versus person, but person versus environment is also related because the topic is politics. When giving a plot summary, it's important to list the main events, the principal episode. This is the first event that introduces the conflict. Rising action, events that intensify the conflict. Climax, this is the highest point of tension when the main character is about to win or lose. Falling action, events that occur after the climax. Denouement is the final resolution of the story. Story endings. There are four basic ways to end a story. You can have a happy ending where the main character is successful, or a sad ending where the main character loses or is unsuccessful. An indeterminate ending is one in which we're not sure whether the main character has won or lost. And then a surprise ending. Most stories have some kind of twist or surprise at the end, but a real surprise ending is one in which the main character goes from being happy to sad, or from sad to happy, or it could be a surprise because the ending is indeterminate and we don't know whether the main character wins or loses. So, how does plot affect theme? Let's take a look at the life of Jesus as is described to us in 1 Timothy 3:16. It starts this way: and without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness. God was manifest in the flesh. And so that's what happened at the beginning of the gospel story. Jesus is born. Justified in the spirit, seen of angels, preached unto Gentiles. All of this happens during Jesus' lifetime. Believed on in the world, and that's what happens after his resurrection. And then received up into glory. And this is his ascension, or rise up to heaven after being on earth for 40 days. Okay, what's missing in this story? Well, the crucifixion, the cross. Without Jesus' death on the cross for our sins, the whole story is meaningless. So that verse actually doesn't give us that one point that we definitely need. So, of course, you have to read more than one verse in the Bible. So, what's the theme? We should put our trust in Jesus because he died for our sins.